mindset. I mean, it's up to you at the end of the day. I can't be your pen. But I remember learning this meeting and I was like, wow, this definitely helps. I got it from Chang a while ago. So, we get paid every time somebody says yes or no?
Yes.
We get paid every time somebody says yes, right? Does that mean we get no's?
Yes.
We get a ton of no's. And here is the mindset that people need to have on the no's, okay? So, it's very simple. And like, most of the times, if you're honest, right, when people say no, do you get happy or discouraged?
Happy.
You get discouraged, right? If you're a normal person, you get discouraged when people say no. You don't just go out and ask a girl for a date. She says no, and you're like, cool. No, right? You're like, it hurts your ego a little bit, right? And it's not cool, right? So when you turn that around into law of averages and into business, building a team, you can do the same math, but in the field, okay? This is the math that nobody told me until I was like 6 months into the business that revealed the attitude I needed to have in the field towards the no's, okay? So when you guys did your first interview with Claire, how much did she say a manager will make? No.
90,000?
100,000.
She's saying 90,000 now? What?
100,000.
Yeah, normally we say 100 grand.
Yeah.
Hey, me, if you just want the 1,000 a week, that's fine. We can keep it.
I'll take the 99.
But no, as an assistant manager, you'll make $1,000 a week, 100% or more. But as a manager, we say like, we prep you, and that's, by the way, you can ask whoever's your level 2 or mastermind upline. Like, I know Alante, Cassandra, and Tracy have their own profit report that they're doing. And they can look at their team as if it was already it's super cool. You should ask them to show you. As if it was already a separate business with expenses and everything, to see if it's actually profiting or losing money. And you can see how, like, when it's starting to profit, you're like running a business inside of a business. Does that person probably ready to get promoted? When the numbers say yes. So anyway, it's because, and then what I realized is the person that takes the most no's is the person that typically is closest to get promoted. I remember looking at the no's, like, I was like, damn, they didn't get it. And if you're in the field and you're getting ones and twos, that's probably why. It's because people say no to you and you're like, and you have some sort of level of disappointment towards it because nobody ran this meeting. So if you guys want to title it somehow, it's how much is a no? Okay? So let's say the minimum, again, you just got to be systematic about this. Be systematic. Let's say the minimum talk tos that Garden Theory says we should take. How many? So Charlie? How many talk tos should we get? Wow.
No, talk tos.
Sorry, 40 to 60.
40 to 60. I'm like, wow, 100? That would be extremely good.
You talk to everybody.
I remember, yeah, every door's open hours. No door. Yes, so we need to get at least 40 talk tos. So, at least 40 people to talk to. On a really good day, okay? Listen, Tommy's been here for over a year now. And he went in the field yesterday, he did his record. How much was that? How many yeses did he get?
11.
We got 11 yeses, right? Is this normal? No, not everybody does 11 all the time. I mean, it was his first time and Tommy's pretty good. So 11 is pretty difficult, right? But would you say like a good day, let's say just to call it even, would you say 5 is a good day?
Yeah.
It's not qualifying, but almost. You make decent money, right? As a level 1, that's $250. Pretty good, right? If you do that every day, you're definitely solid set up, right? So would you say normally you get 5 people to say yes? How many no's are left? 35 no's. Now imagine now, just look at it like if it was an object. If I told you to in this room to imagine these are like black markers and the 5 yeses are red markers. Hey, you gotta, which ones are easier to find? There's 35 of one kind and 5 of the other kind. 35, they're easier to find, right? So if you spent your time looking for them instead of looking for the 5, just think about the field, it's mostly your attitude, right? Do you think Tommy's pitch is different than a year ago? It's not. Do you think it could get any better after a year? I mean, it's water. It's not much. Like, he can definitely change maybe his enthusiasm, right? Or the way he uses his body language. But the pitch is the same. It's a lot of how you manage your level of disappointment in the field that allows you to win. So here's the trick, okay? And here's what you didn't know about the no's and how much they actually get paid. So let's say every no you get, let's say you just gotta go, instead of getting 5 yeses today, I want you to, and if you're brand new, you're like, I wanna make a sale. I want you to turn it around because the person that gets the most no's is the person that gets the most sales. Tommy got 8 cards to fail yesterday. And some people are discouraged because they get 2. But what if you had got 8? Does that mean you get a lot of more no's? Does that qualify you for more yeses? If I get 90 people to say no, can I maybe get more people to say yes?
Yeah.
It's a numbers game. If I put an ad on the Super Bowl, do I get maybe more no's than if I put an ad on at 12 p.m. on whatever channel on TV? I get more no's, but do I also get more yeses?
Yes.
Yeah.
So would it be easier to increase the yeses or the no's?
No's.
It's easier to increase the no's, so then we should chase them, right? I learned from Chang, she was like, hey, every time I get a no, I say, heck yeah. Or translate that into whatever cuss word you use, just be polite, right? She'd get a no, and instead of being like, gosh, oh my God, whatever, she'd be like, heck yeah. Why? Because every no, and we're gonna do the math, every no gives you $20 when you get to management. So now, every no, so you're making how much on a yes? 40, 50, or 60 bucks you make on a yes, right? You make 20 bucks every person you say no. So you need to change your attitude because most of the times we get people to say no, we're like, oh. And you're really getting paid 20 bucks a no. Here's how. Let's say the program says on average lasts, if your mind is right, you're gonna take, how long do we say the program will last? 6 months, right? Let's say you're one of those fast runners, it takes 6 months on the program. So if you get 35 no's in 6 months, does anybody know how many days in 6 months?
This is about 180.
It's about 180 days. About 180 days. It literally transforms into what's your pay. How much is that? How much is 35 times 180? Sorry, 35. Yeah.
6,300.
What's that?
6,300.
6,300.
Yeah.
So that's 300 no's. 6,300 no's. Each one of them cost me 20 bucks. So your pay is $126,000. And it's just that simple. It's just how the field was made. But the field is smart. Do you guys know a lot of people that, like, if you ask all of your friends and family, would you say the vast majority would, if you ask them if they want to make 100 grand, would they say yes?
Yes.
Right? Including yourselves, right? Now, that's when the field comes in. You might look at the field like, oh, this is door to door. I don't want to do this job door to door. This is not a door to door job. Door to door is a platform that filters people out because it is not the sexiest job. So when you have to go get, you just got to get 6,300 no's. This is the way I would look at it if I was you. I need 6,300 people to tell me no before I get my promotion. Here's the thing, there's no way you're gonna get promoted without those no's. You can be really bad like me, I probably got about 12,000 of them. But each no today counts 20 bucks for you. So what that did for Chang and for me when she taught me is it tricked my attitude about it. Instead of looking forward to the next yes, which tricks your, do you guys like feel like sometimes people are just being weird and like they just, before you even say hello, they close the door on you?
Yep.
It's you. It's like sometimes we want to believe it's like not our problem, but it's us. Like it's the only image they have is us. Because if you were about to drop off $1,000 in cash, would they not say yes? So why did they not even give you a chance to say what you're doing?
Presentation.
Either way, call it your vibe, your attitude, energy. It doesn't matter. It's you, right? It's because when we only chase the yeses, there's so few of them during the day, during the week. Compared to how many no's, there's so few of them that we almost get like this money hungry face that people can read that. Okay, ladies, can you tell when a boy's desperate trying to get you?
Yeah.
Does that not push you back from it?
Yeah.
I even got Caitlin to smile. Yeah, because you're like you don't want the pushiness. Even if the person looks good, you are not attracted to that, right?
What about the
Call
girls?
it X, Y, or Z, right? For guys, it's different.
What?
But what I'm saying is like, hey, that's the same for us in the field. When we look for just so few yeses, it's like you can almost tell. Call it, doesn't matter how you want to call it, but it's almost you can sense it. It's almost you can sense it, and then like people just before they get into this like, let's find out, they just say no to you. By the way, leaders, have the same with your team. When you have so few, and you just like try to make them so good, and you protect them and you talk well about them, and you just like, they're the best and they're the best and they're the best, but then their actions are just telling you, please leave me alone. Like, I'm not wanting to grow. Their actions speak a lot louder than words. It's the same way. It works the same towards leadership. It works the same when you have all these offices with you. But anyway, today, every no you get is $20. So you should count that and like you're not claiming, you're not getting the $20 today, or you're definitely getting the $20 later. When you get promoted, your pay is gonna increase so much with the same level of effort. Nestle's paying us like, if you look at how much they pay us for one customer, they pay us $107 for one customer you sell, but the customer gives the customer's paying Nestle what, like 40? So Nestle like automatically give us this, they're losing $60. Why would that make any sense?
Recurring.
Because they're just filthy rich. They're just making so much money that they're just like, Richard, here, just give you guys money. Sometimes they give us 127 when you,
Bonus.
when the person hits over 20. And the customer pays 40. Like, if a customer gets $40 every month, like Nestle's not profiting on that customer until the 4th or 5th month. It doesn't make sense. So like, you get $20 an hour. So what I want you guys to do today is like, go out to the field and every time you get a no, be like, heck yeah. Like, transform the no into a positive mind. Get the no, be like, yes. Like, tell it to yourself. Say it out loud. Say it to your new guy. Heck yeah. If you got a good trainer, by the way, everybody on day 1 today that is shadowing, if you got a good trainer, when they get a no, you're gonna see them, it's not gonna bother them. You're gonna see them like, cool, next. They're not gonna change the pitch. They're not going to start doubting life and the universe and God. They're just gonna go to the next and next because they know it's just, you need 35 people to say no per day. And if you get this for 6 months, $20, you make 100 grand. It's just that simple. Go get your no's today. The other thing is, when people get told no, I think I talked to Brad about this, but I forgot. Anyway,
It happens.
totally forgot. But it's this average that I remember going in the field that day and I was like, I need 40 no's. I need 40 no's. Dude, there's no way. It's very complicated to get 40 people to say no and not 5 to say yes. It's very complicated. By the way, when you look at the people that consistently do the most yeses, sometimes you ask him for the pitch. I would challenge you to ask him for the other thing. When Avon gets 8 yesterday, instead of asking her, hey Avon, what's your pitch? Like, it was not the pitch. Ask her, what'd she do when she get all the no's? Because the attitude is what carries. Oh, that reminded me. I remember. Boop, boop, boop. It's the way, I forgot again.
That's the ADHD, man.
Now it was Avon that distracted me.
How many no's per yes?
How many no's per yes?
How they react to the no's?
Talking about attitude.
How they react to the no's?
Think.
Huh?
You talk about how they react to the no's. And instead of asking about the pitch, ask them what they do when they get a no.
That's how you know that.
Think, Jimmy, think. Jimmy Neutron, never seen it?
But you guys get it?
Yeah.
Every no for a man, and like sometimes, and then if you leave after 3 months, because you're like, some people, we had a leader that left, and I'm like, she's like, this isn't for me. I'm like, what? What do you mean? It's like the field. I'm like, yeah, neither it is for me. Like, people just don't get it. Like, people are getting all these no's, and then they don't cash in. Why would you not cash in? Get your money. It's yours. You get all these no's, it belongs to you, you know? You should get it. By the way, the more no's you get, the longer it takes you. I was networking with these guys from San Antonio, and they reminded me, it took me 8 months in the field to build my first leader. So anybody that's done better than that, you're ahead of me. 8 months. But you know what? I collected so many no's. By the time I got promoted, I was the rookie office of the year, and I got paid. They paid me a lot more than I think I deserved. But I was okay with that. And I definitely took it, and I gave it right back to my sister and to my family because they deserve it. But it was like I collected so many no's. By the time I got promoted, like, you know, whoever is the god of management said, "Here, Richard, this is all this money." Because I did get so many no's throughout the training. So that's my encouragement to you today is go in the field and get all these people that say no, tally them, and get a good attitude. Get excited about getting the no so that you can transform that into, there it is, the potatoes. I got it. There it is. I told Brad. The potato example. Here's the thing. People are going to say no to you regardless. Here's how you can do the trick. If you're training somebody, you can teach them how the field works. The field is communicating. So you teach them how customers just say no to just anything. So I challenge you to teach this to your new guy, so that way your new person, even yourself, doesn't get discouraged when they get people that say no. Sometimes people tell you no, you take it personally, like, oh, they said no to me. They don't want my jug. I told them I would deliver it personally. And the reason why is because the new guy doesn't, like, the new person thinks that the customer's telling no to them, but customers, just like us, when we're customers, we say no to just stuff. So I challenge you to open it, like, get your first 2 talkers today, when you knock the door, and they open the door, and tell them, hey, just do this. I have a video of me doing this to make my new people laugh. They're both owners now, which is funny. And go open the door and knock the door, and when they open the door, say, hey ma'am, how you doing? Sorry, we're just dropping off $1,000 in cash to everybody. So is that okay? Do you want it? I guarantee you people will tell you no. I promise you, it's just sick how people are they do not listen. This is why we teach it to, like, overturn rejection, because you go up to somebody today, hey ma'am, we just came to bring you your groceries for free. All next month's groceries, we're just coming and bring it for free. Is that okay? Watch how they're like, no thank you. Like, hopefully they're not saying no thank you to you. They just didn't listen. They didn't hear you at all. They say no regardless, which is why body language is so important, which is why, like, painting a picture inside their head with the phone picture, with the dispenser pointing to the door, Amazon pointing to a truck, all of that's so important. Because you can go, I promise you, go up to the first door today and tell them something that you would never say no to. And watch how the customer's like, no thank you. You're gonna be like, what? And try it, you can try again. Like, you can get a little upset there. Like, what do you mean? I was gonna bring you your entire groceries the whole month for free. Like, yeah, no, I'm just good. Like, they might be on food stamps, bro, they still tell you no. They tell you no because people just say no to just stuff. Every no is $20. If you can turn your attitude to be happy about that, it's like a mental switch. If you can be like, cool, collecting my no's. Don't be weird and like, oh, Richard, I got 40 no's and no one said yes, and you did something wrong, okay? You're supposed to get 5 yeses at least. But every no is $20 and you're just racking them up. And by the time you get to management, I promise it's going to translate. There's no way we open a manager that's not gonna make money. That's why we hold people in training. If not, I would have promoted Alante on his 2nd month. He was already really good. We hold him back so that when he gets promoted, he can make more money than he thinks. He's thinking right now, he's like, I can make some good money. I want him to see the profit report and be like, dude, I didn't know I was gonna make this much. This is cool. And then I'm gonna tell him, save it. Don't blow it. But that's why you go through all the no's. Can you guys do this today?
Yeah.
Let's go get 35 no's. Get a no. Say heck yeah, no, heck yeah, no, heck yeah, yes, ooh, yes, ooh, sure. Post it on the chat. Piss Avant off. Talk crap to Wade. Yeah. No, heck yeah, no, heck yeah, no, heck yeah. Can you guys do that?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna.